Hi my honeys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday. I am so excited you guys to do this review for you. As you can tell, I already have my eyeshadow on. I have my entire face on and that's because I am playing with a brand new collection from Morphe. So Morphe just launched a really cute rosy pinky collection. So I decided to pick the Vava Bloom palette only. So this contains 18 eyeshadows and it retails for $20. And then I decided to also pick up two of their blushes. So we have the cream, which retails for $12, and then the powder one, which retails for $14. Now the good news, you guys, about this collection is that you can use my code, which is GLAMFAM330, and it does knock off some money on your purchase. I was actually curious because when I was purchasing this, I was like, I haven't used my code in a very long time. I don't get commission off of this. It just helps my followers to save some money while they are shopping with Morphe. So I decided to plug it in and it worked. So use my code GLAMFAM330 if you guys decide to pick up any of these products that I'm using today. I am using a lot of Morphe products today, just an FYI. But anyways, I did buy this with my own money. Morphe did not send this to me. I'm not even on their PR list. So I just decided to buy this for myself. I love the colors of this palette. I also love the packaging. It is super cute. I'm definitely going to be showing you guys some swatches on the palette as well as on the blushes. There is also two more things that came in the collection. One of the items was a 9 eyeshadow palette, which I think retails for $12. And then they also have a brush set, which retails for $46, but I have so many brushes, so I decided to skip out on that. But I did see on their website that they are recommending the R46, which actually you can buy that brush separately, and that is used to apply the cream and the powder blush, and I heard it applies it very nicely, and that's the one that they do recommend for you to use. But I use a different brush, which I will show you guys later in today's tutorial, to apply my cream products. It's still a Morphe brush, but it's not the one that they are recommending. So those are the only two items that I did not buy. I was just more interested in their cream blushes because I've never tried a cream blush from Morphe, and a powder blush, and the palette, of course. So this is the look that I decided to do today. I wanted to really play with this palette and really test it out and test the eyeshadows and see how well they blend together. I really love when it comes to a eyeshadow review, I love to really do extravagant eyeshadows because I know a lot of you guys who do watch me love glam looks like this, and it really sucks if you have a palette and it can't perform like this. It really sucks. So I really love to go into palettes and really test them and see if it's a go, because if they can create something like this, then we won't have any issues creating something more soft and more natural. So with that said, if you guys do want me to do a more wearable look with this palette, let me know and I can definitely do that for you guys. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the swatches and give you guys more info on the products. So let's go ahead and begin. Introducing Blush Bomb. So this is a soft focus cream blush, and the shade that I got, you guys, is Audacious Apricot. Will retail you for $12. It is super cute. It's really little and it literally will not take that much space in your makeup bag if you are traveling. I feel like it's like the perfect size. It is infused with, hopefully I'm not butchering this, Maru plus Kupauka butters. I am totally butchering this, but what's new, having these two ingredients, you guys, will help to moisturize the skin, and that helps to melt the product really well, and it gives us a nice airbrush feel. It is buildable, blendable, and it's also, it claims to be sweat proof and waterproof. Next up, we have their Making You Blush powder. So this one's powder, the first one was cream. This one will retail us for $14, and both of these blushes, you guys, have 5 shades each. It is talc free, it's infused with organic grape seed oil, and also it contains hyaluronic acid. And then finally we have the Vava Bloom palette. So this one, you guys, will retail you for $20. You get 18 eyeshadows. It contains anywhere from matte, shimmer, and duochrome formulas. It has soft pinks and rose tones. I really love the color scheme, and I also love how well these swatches, you guys, swatch. They are absolutely beautiful, as you guys can see here in the screen, and some of the matte shades that I swatch are super pigmented, and I can't wait to slap those on my eyes. I'm gonna start by naming the eyeshadows, you guys, starting from the wrist going all the way down. The very first eyeshadow, you guys, is all the way at the end of the palette, but I ran out of room, so that one is I Said So. Next we have Posy, Goddess, She's Tough, Cutesy, Trust, Pardon Me, Rosie, Miss Me, Penthouse, Dandy, All Nighter. This All Nighter shade is so pretty. Sophisticated, Give Me, Lucky, My Loves, Bloom, and then what would have been I Said So, but I ran out of room. And then the last one is In Charge. I am so excited, you guys, to dig into this palette just because of the swatches. It seriously convinced me that I definitely needed this palette in my life. So the only thing that I don't like, you guys, about this palette is that the names are not on the palette. They are on this plastic thing, and I lose these, I throw them away, so it's not very convenient for me. I'm gonna keep this just to kind of let you guys know which color I'm using today. I really want to use the color She's Tough, this burgundy color. It is so pigmented, if you guys saw the swatches earlier. Jumping into my Morphe M506, one of my favorite brushes. So there is kickback in the palette, so you guys can see that right there. As soon as I put my brush in it, there is kickback. So I'm just gonna start off with applying it right here. I'm gonna use tapping motions first, going back in, grabbing some more, and just tapping. And I'm gonna move it back and forth. This pigment is wild. Taking my Morphe M433 with no product, you guys know the drill. I'm just going to buff this out and prepare it for our second color. I started taking the shade called In Charge, this dark brown, and still using my Morphe M506, you guys. I'm just starting to apply it right here towards this outer corner. And then with whatever I have left, I just kind of shake it or smooth it, push it this way. And I'm not bringing it all the way towards the inner corner. I just wanted to be focused towards this outer corner here. Just going back into that Morphe M433 and just buffing this out and making it look nice and smooth. Jumping into the shade called Miss Me, I'm going to just blend out the harsh lines using my Morphe M433 and just smooth these lines in and blend. And then again, with whatever I have left, I just kind of flick the remaining eyeshadow this way. Now pretty much what I'm doing is I'm just going back and forth, you guys, to the same eyeshadows that we used, and I'm just going to blend everything out and perfect it the way that I want to. So again, going back to that first shade, I'm just going to apply it right here and then just buff this in so that way we don't lose that color. And then I'm going to go back into that dark brown shade, do the exact same thing, and just continue to keep blending until it looks like this. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Eden Primer and I'm just going to start to cut my crease, but we're doing a half cut crease. I don't want to take it all the way towards the outer corner and hide all of our work that we did. Jumping into this shade again, and I'm going to start to apply it towards this outer corner, you guys, and then I'm gonna go back into that brown and do the exact same thing. I'm gonna go into the pink shade, this glittery shade, and that's gonna go all over the lid. I really want to go into that pink color so bad. I'm using my Morphe M167 with absolutely no setting spray or glitter adhesive. It's definitely your choice if you want to go in. I'm going to press this on my lid. Oh, that looks so pretty. The inner corner highlight, I want to go into that bright pink shade right here. But you guys, what I'm doing is just applying it in here, this inner corner, and then I'm gonna buff it going upwards. So I did my skin off camera, and now I'm going to apply the cream blush with you guys. I'm going into the shade called Audacious Apricot. Now the reason why I went with this color is because I feel like I always gravitate to like very light pink blushes, which is not a bad thing, but I definitely wanted to switch it up and change it up. So the brush that I'm using is from Morphe as well. It's the E63, and recently I've been really loving using this brush to apply my cream blushes. The way that I apply my blush, you guys, I love to apply it on the apples of my cheeks. cheeks, but first I want to place it right here, and then I'm going to move it upwards this way. So, ooh, it is pretty. And then with whatever I have left, I'm going to just apply it in the apples of my cheeks because I love when my cheeks look rosy. The cream blushes says that it is buildable, it's blendable, sweatproof, and waterproof. Right now it's blending actually really nicely. It's not lifting, it doesn't look patchy at all. It actually looks really pretty. Wow. I'm gonna go into this pink eye pencil. This is from Beauty Creations. It's their Pastel Please eye pencils, and this one's called Sprinkle Me. So I'm gonna do this in my waterline, and then I'm gonna take the NYX one right underneath to make it look more smoky. To blend this out, I'm gonna go back into that burgundy shade, the one that we used in our crease, and then I'm gonna go back into that brown shade and kind of mix both of them together. And then once that's all blended, I'm gonna go back into this shade and run it towards that lower lash line. So pretty much all the colors that we use in the crease are gonna follow us down to the lower lash. Now, so with the cream blush, you guys, you can still see it on my cheeks, and even here in person without these studio lights, you can still see the color. But of course, I am oily skin, so I still like to set my cream blushes. So with that, I'm gonna go into the Nude Pursued, the new Morphe powder blush that you guys saw earlier today in my intro. And I'm using my Sigma F10. Pretty much, I'm just going to set my cream blush, and that's pretty much it. Ooh, it actually matches pretty nicely. For my lips today, since we are using a bunch of Morphe products today, why not top it off with some Morphe lip products? An oldie but a goodie, my Morphe Sweet Tea lip pencil. I clearly have to go and buy a new one, but they're always seriously out of stock. I can definitely see why, because they are seriously so bomb. I've gone through like maybe 5 or 10 of these. And then for my liquid lipstick, obviously matte, I'm gonna go into the shade called Virgin. So this is the final look, you guys, playing with the new Morphe Vava Bloom eyeshadow palette and their cream and powder blush. So obviously, like I said earlier in my intro, I didn't get the rest of the products that came out with the collection but I should have gotten the, what was it called? The R46 brush, which they recommend for the powder and cream blush. But it's okay, you guys. This one, the Morphe E63, I really love the way that this applies my cream blush, so it got the job done. I was pretty much more interested in the blushes and this palette. Of course, they also have the other palette, which only contains 9 eyeshadows, but I definitely really love this palette. So the reason why I do, though, is because I love the pigmentation. I mean, you guys saw it here first, and you saw how well these eyeshadows blended together. The pigmentation is freaking crazy. And I also wanted to point out that there wasn't that much fallout on my cheeks either. So that's also a really good sign. And I also love that you can also create different makeup looks. So you don't have to create something super dramatic like I did today, but I really wanted to go in with this shade and create something fun. Now the blushes, I am obsessed with the cream blush. It really blended really well on my cheeks. It doesn't feel dry. It feels very hydrating, and I love the size. It is so cute and tiny, and it's just perfect for traveling. So I love the pigmentation on this, and you don't have to set it, as you guys saw a little bit earlier too. It is an option. I have oily skin, so I have to set my cream blushes all the time just to make sure that it looks matte and it doesn't budge or go anywhere, especially during hot climates. And now we have the regular blush. This is also really pretty. I can see it here on my cheeks. It's gorgeous, and I'm really glad that I actually stepped out of the box and tried different colors, because I normally always go for like bright pinks, and I'm glad that I went with something more like this. So obviously, you guys, I do recommend this collection to you. If you guys have this already, let me know your thoughts. I definitely want to know what you guys think, and would you recommend this collection? I definitely recommend it just because it worked very well. Of course, if you already have a palette that looks just like this, and I would definitely say skip out on it. Hopefully this video helped to make that final decision for you. So with that said, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here and for showing constant love and support. Besitos, los amo, les mando un abrazo, and I will see you guys on Thursday for another collection from Bella, I think. Yeah, Bella, and it's gonna be all orange tones, so I'm really excited for that video. So definitely stay tuned for Thursday. But if you want to see a video in Espanol, in Spanish, I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye.